Before we get into our segment about Fannie Mae increasing loan limits, which is actually a really good thing for certain borrowers, we'll talk about who that is in a moment. First off, quickly, who's Fannie Mae and what does this mean for buyers?
Okay, so Fannie Mae, it's Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac.
Oh, okay. Fannie
so
and Freddie.
it's both of them, and they're private companies. They write the guidelines that we follow.
Got you.
They're the rule. They're the rule book. And one of the major rules that they come up with is the loan limit.
Okay.
And they just made an announcement that they're going to increase the loan limit in 2020.
Yep.
From $484,350,000, so $484,350.
Okay.
To $510,400.
This is making lending more accessible.
Yeah, you can borrow more money and have to follow less rules. Mm-hmm. If you go, because they're increasing the loan limit. And it's a testament to see where the market's going and the value of the United States real estate market and like where properties are going. So the same house that was $450,000 might be $600 now or whatever, you know. So now it's to keep up with the times of how much property is how expensive it is now.
So Matt, what is like the percentage down somebody would pay on a Fannie or Freddie type of? I know there's several different programs. Does this go for all of the conventional, from 3%, 5%, 10%, 20%?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So say the house is worth $550,000.
Yep.
And you put 5% down.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
People always ask this. They say, "Well, hey, listen, I'm buying this house at, say $500,000. I'm putting 10% down, so they're putting $50K down." Right?
Yep.
Doesn't it only have to appraise at $450,000? That's what they say.
No.
Can you? And I say no, and I explain why. But can you give them your explanation of why?
Yeah. So in order for us to write a mortgage, you have to have a certain equity position in the value of the house.
Yeah.
And it has to abide by the rule book of whatever loan that you're doing. Mm-hmm. So if you're putting 10% down, you have to have 10% equity in the house, which is only determined by the value of the house. Yeah. So if you're buying a house for $500,000 and you put $50,000 down, and that's 10%, but the house comes in at $450,000, you don't have 10% equity.
No, you got zero.
You got 0% equity. Because that's what's the value of the house. Yep. So we're going to go off of whatever the appraised value is. Mm-hmm. Here's another thing. We're protecting our risk, and God forbid we have to ever foreclose. We don't want to have to take on an asset that's not worth,
of course,
the money that we're owed to get our, like, if we have to go resell it, after foreclosure.
No, it's a bad business decision.
Nobody wants to talk about foreclosures because they're terrible, and like we don't wish that on anybody.
No.
But that's also part of the reason why we do what we do.
Yeah.
That's why we make the decisions that we make, and we follow the rules that we have to follow.
Absolutely.
And also another thing is like, markets do change. They go up and down.
Yep. And
if you have a strong equity position in your house, then you can withstand some bad weather.
Absolutely.
Because like you're not, you can withstand a hit or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's with people that buy a $500,000 house for $550,000 and they don't have any equity in the house, and then there's some bad weather. Now the house is worth, you owe way more than the house is worth. Yeah. It turns into a mess.